trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, bad, it gets a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell you now she ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to do it with me.
Hopefully I can get this thing going.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's get it, Mario.
Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Why they showing Tyler Eifert? Man, injury plague. Came into the league.
With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And he returns this to the 22.
Oh, dang, I forgot to turn off the intro.
Well, it's time to turn the page to a new era in Indianapolis as the Colts are led out for the first time by their new quarterback, the veteran Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers exchanging one shade of blue for another. How about 16 seasons with the Chargers? Totally identified with that franchise. Now we get to find out just how much life is left in that 38-year-old arm. And with the Colts, I think they'll have a great chance to establish a running game and throw the ball downfield.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Complete to Hilton.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Man, something ain't right about my depth charts. That's why. See, this is the crap that I don't be caring for right there. I don't want Sidney Jones starting like that. I'm gonna put him there when he ready.
The defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
On the play.
Reception there by T.Y. Hilton, and he absolutely terrifies defenses when he gets downfield. Speed, shiftiness, excellent hands. 5 1,000-yard seasons in his career.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
I like this draft class.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rivers.
Oh, there you go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by
There
Josh
you
Jones.
go.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
All right.
So here's the first drive.
I might not have to go shopping for a strong side
They
safety.
will be led out
like
by
that.
their 6'3 quarterback.
Let's get it, Mario.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A first carry now for Thompson, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for DJ Chark.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Take over first and
second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Colts.
On first down, it's Mack. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
We got to get there. We got to do something.
Grabbed there by Zach Pascal. And he's one of those guys that often people forget are even on the roster. But when you look up at the end of the game, he's produced over 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2019.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Rivers.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A first down throw here for Rivers. Finding Hilton on the slant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Oh, there you go, Trey.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, Rivers again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Rivers. And he'll get into the end zone.
Hey, dog, Miles, what the heck you doing, dog?
Complete to Zach.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
That's your spot.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Killed it at my
end. He'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Don't wash the dishes.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. His size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But
my fault.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. That's complete right around the edge. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts add on to their lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside.
It cost me.
Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
We remind you lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut at SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then 2 more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourself.
It's killing me
and
right
that one
now.
goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Oh man, for some reason they haven't.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for the man who led the Jags in catches a year ago. It's a Jacksonville first down.
Nice play by DJ Chark there, and he's a great example of how a guy can improve from his rookie year to season 2. Quiet as a rookie, 1,000-yard season last year, ended up becoming a Pro Bowl selection for the Jaguars.
Defensive favorite.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field, and for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get, but he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
7 yards there and a first down.
I was dozing on and off on that game, man.
Like, couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation.
I watched all the first half.
Go in that direction.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man, it's Eifert.
I didn't see none of that. I woke up and I seen it, but I was like dozing on and off, like I said.
Feels like there are more stars in the position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways
I had woke up kind of like towards the end of the third, and the Celtics were down 10. But Jason Tatum apparently started going off because they said he popped for 16 points in the third.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Fell asleep, and when I woke up, it was like the Heat won by 3.
Yards on that one, and another first down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking.
I didn't see exactly how it happened or anything like that, but
he did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Look, I'm gonna need you to stay back here because I'm catching too much heat from that side.
Second down and inches.
There you go, Fiscal.
It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Good catch, Fiscal.
That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception
Why are we
ratio
reviewing
is
this?
what,
Y'all seeing it in real time and on the replay.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for.
I hit the thing while it still drag on.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Which don't make no sense.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that happened. Tyler Hero, he snapped for 37.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Thank you. I was wondering what the heck were you doing, Miles? I had this side. You're supposed to go over there.
It's needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the punt team on now as this one's set away.
Man, them jukes do not work out like they used to.
The return goes for 8, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, man.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, Kimba's been disappointing. I don't know what's going on.
But it'll be second down.
Brings up second.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
Oh, my goodness.
The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
How do I get my offensive line? Protection to right here. That right side.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Dang, dog.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over first and 10.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdowns.
As far as superstars is concerned, Kimba has been the biggest.
Don't take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown. But over the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. A good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
There we go. Who's that?
He's taken down.
Thank you.
Back at the 47-yard line. The Colts
finally showing up to the game.
Timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
12.
And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Your hands on. Thank you.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team.
Oh, no.
What? Get him back into the ball
Oh,
game
my goodness. That was a terrible throw. What the heck was that?
Where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We'll be looking for that
to launch that thing down the field.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And his throw here's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
Oh my goodness! What happened? They didn't let me get away and run. I think I was down, dog.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback
I got the mic on.
Used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
He completes this one to Mack.
I'm just answering.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well. Think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
29-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Yeah, sure.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
Oh, a strip.
My goodness, dude. For real, though? Oh, my goodness, bro.
Can you believe?
Who the heck is giving up all of this pressure on the right side?
An offensive disaster.
Goodness, dude. Who the heck was that? We know. We don't need y'all to tell us how to operate replay. AJ can. Well, I took too long, but dang. Nobody was open. Can't hold on to the dang on ball, dog.
On the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
He is good. Makes the score.
So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Stephen Hauschka set.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go,
oh, man,
watch the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Going deep for Eifert.
There you go, hold on to that thing.
It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half.
I
got a
gotta
third
go
here, and it's good for a first.
When I get off of work tomorrow, I gotta go to the hall to help clean.
His guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying
after
to
that, got Shepard and call.
and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You can.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last
but you can also have my
this
food ready
time,
for me too.
the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
They still doing that.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
At 8.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play.
You can't get 2 feet in bounds, but Visca can.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, when the Jaguars want to throw the football, they often look to D.D. Westbrook, who just completed that play there. 101 targets, 66 catches for both 2018 and 2019.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations, they thought he couldn't run it? No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. For real? Wow, dude. Oh.
And he'll get into the end zone.
My goodness,
man. Indianapolis. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
One play.
It's
one play, yo.
They were saying it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They give it here to Thompson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
My goodness. Whoa, man. This right side is getting on my last nerves.
No, I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They're going to try and throw.
Wow, my goodness, dude. Oh, you didn't even get hit that time. You just volleyballed that joint in there.
And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Okay, I guess they ain't listening to me.
Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. Wow. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
To me on the adjustments. I was trying to press, but they said no, we don't want to. So
and a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll go again here with Matt.
Better not have gotten that first down.
Nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down.
Of
and he
course.
takes this one in for a touchdown.
Of
course. Touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
Extra point.
They took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there.
Oh, wow. Why did we not throw it?
Intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
It's avalanche right now.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage as a rookie QB. What lesson?
Yeah, he was supposed to throw it up and up.
Understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. But they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise,
we had to jump like that fool up.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Good catch there by
Can't
Jack
stop
Doyle.
nobody. Offense can't give me no offensive line.
But now has a new quarterback in Phillip Rivers, and he wants to be the Antonio Gates that Phillip Rivers threw to with the Chargers.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Rivers throwing complete to Doyle, his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down,
Screen.
Rivers. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Colts 41.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. They're kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 27.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
No sign of
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
What is up with this, dog? Y'all just like dropping the daggone ball like, what? You know what?
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
You don't want to catch the ball? You got the nerve to be playing wide receiver? You don't need to play. Simple.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He's going to wind up and air it out.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
He didn't see the ball in the air, but he just, his sensors went off in the back of his head. Said that, the ball's coming this way, so he's going to come and double team this.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 46 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Yep.
Burton there to make the grab. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Thomas. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
at their own 30.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he rifles one incomplete.
Wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
We really like playing hot
To the
potato.
line on 2nd and 10. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Don't even do the toss.
DJ Chark.
You don't need it.
66 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player,
double
I'd be
up.
in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Mack. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Goodness, dude.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
1st down.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
The ball carrier.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Joe Schobert on
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle.
You got it.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And they going for it. They up and they going for it. Look at this
Of the West
disrespect
Coast
right
offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Go over. They ain't listening to me now? Again?
On second down, here's a run with Mack.
I was saying go over Chuck, man.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And he's able to pick up the first down.
So what the heck did...
Right at the 10.
Let me get this straight.
Third down turns to first with that 5.
What the heck was he doing? Okay, I see what happened. You got mauled by the left tackle. You could not shed a block of a tight end. Had a hat on a hat. Thankfully, I was able to shed mine.
Yard pickup
on the play. First down, Colts.
So thankfully, this is not the way y'all play in real life.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
All right, I'm gonna be making some changes. I can deal with this one time. One time. That's all I can do.
It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
One
they
time.
can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
5 touchdowns, dude.
So for the Colts, you get a win, you get it on the road.
You don't deserve no upgrade. All them drop passes. Say drop passes. Don't say drop passes. But he dropped a lot of them. Hot potato. Him and DJ Westbrook. Chad, it's on you, bro.